So we're going to now move to Marina Terragni, who is from Italy. She's the founder of RadFem Italia and co-founder of Resistenza al utero in Affitto, which is against surrogacy. So thank you so much for coming to chat to us, Marina, and over to
I'm a journalist and writer, feminist. I'm a teacher in Venice University and founder of RadFem Italia, that is the most important gender critical group in Italy. We work on many issues that we inscribe in the category of transhumanism. We think that the only real alternative to transhumanism is a new female root civilization, and we are working to build it. In this new civilization, women come back where nature had placed them, simply in the center. They are no longer the eccentric, they are no more the other about which speaks Lacan. They are the main human in harmony with nature and its rhythms. This was the design of creation. We must not think female root civilization as a civilization which women dominate. In a female root civilization, control and domination will no longer be necessary to organize a human community, because domination is a horrible invention of coward men, and women aren't coward. Fear is a male attribute. So I think that we Mediterranean and South Europe feminists, as you know, we were an ancient matriarchal civilization before patriarchy, could offer an important contribution to organize our resistance to transhumanist project. It was absolutely necessary to start with the RadFem group in Italy, because in our country, young women have a great need for feminism, but they fell into the trap of non una di meno movement. Non una di meno is a trans-feminist movement. This movement, which is overrun by men and heavily influenced by LGBTQ, promotes gender politics and particularly sex work. Potevate vedere, insomma, the demonstration on March 8th, 2 years ago in Milan. And a transvestite prostitute gives a lesson on sex work to girls. They are very, very young girls. The intent was to show to these girls that sex work could be a great opportunity for them. This is non una di meno. Many of these girls have understood the trap and are looking for another feminism. We are trying to propose radical feminism to them. Our main work topics are gender identity, particularly the new law against homotransphobia that is being discussed in Parliament. It's a law that we oppose precisely because it introduced the concept of gender identity in Italian legislation. It's the same of Equality Act in USA, and we know that later it may come another law on self-ID, very similar to lay trans that is being discussed in Spain. We are also sensitive to the problem of trans in women's sport. Another work topic is blocked for children. We would like to build a bill inspired by Kira Bell's judgment, which makes necessary to obtain authorization from the courts for any drug therapies on minors. Today in Italy, this is not necessary. It is a free medical choice. Unfortunately, we too are seeing an increasing number of girls asking for transition F2M, and we are in touch with many desperate mothers of girls who ask us for help because their daughters are victims of social media propaganda, especially TikTok and Instagram, and they want to take hormones. This front could get very hot in the next years in Italy. We fight against gender stereotypes and for free self-representation. We are in touch with some detransitioners too, and the transitioner is a member of RadFem Italia. Another front of struggle is surrogacy. I'm founder of RUA, Resistenza in Affitto, is resistance to one for rent. In our country, surrogacy is a crime, but it is punished only if surrogacy is realized in Italy, while it isn't punished as a crime if realized abroad. We support a bill that makes surrogacy punishable even if carried out abroad. And then there are many other problems for Italian women: violence, prostitution, gender pay gap, economical violence, low female representation in political institutions. This is a very difficult time for Italian women, especially about employment. In Italy, also because of COVID, female employment is at 48%, while the European average is 62. So we also mobilize it on this front. We work in network with other Italian and international associations, and we are in touch with LGBT Alliance Italy too. Finally, we are so proud of our new enterprise. Just 2 months ago, we have created an online magazine called Feminist Post. It's a very precious instrument of political work, and we believe in it so much. So I can close, and I love you. I'm grateful for your work and for your feminism.